Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Kool-Aid Man 100X. Welcome to College Football 26. How you guys doing? Before we jump into the video, make sure you visit my website KoolAidMan100X.com to get custom ebooks made by me for teams that I created for you guys. Also, if you want one-on-one coaching with your boy Kool-Aid Man 100X to get better at College Football 26, you can definitely see that available on my website as well at KoolAidMan100X.com. So, we're going to be jumping into how to utilize the 3-high defense. I really haven't seen any videos about it, just between particular of last year, because a lot of people don't want to know. And I see a lot of pro players play with this defense, and I thought I got my little take on it to give you guys an explanation on how to coverage and blitz out of this defense. So to give you a little bit more of a breakdown on how to utilize it. So it's going to be kind of a long video, so be sure you're going to be getting better at the game. So what we're going to be looking at is the 3-high and 3-high odd, but you do have the overflex, but we're going to be focused on the 3-high and the 3-high odd. So these are going to be your coverage defenses. The reason why I say this is going to be your coverage defenses is that you want to utilize this in 3 sets or 3, 5 wide, stuff like that. It's a great cover defense to utilize that odd of. So what I like to do is change the shell before I come out in the defenses. So I like to do is come out in cover 2, because the reason why I say cover 2 is a little bit more better is that when you cipher through the defense here, you have cover 4, cover 6s and stuff like that. So we want to utilize a defensive shell that's not seen within this formation, which is going to be cover 2. The same thing with 3-eye, because you have cover 4, cover 6, stuff like that, cover 4, stuff like that. So this one you have cover 2, cover 4, and cover 6, and you have the default. I like utilizing these in cover 2. Now, the cool thing about this defense is that you can bring the safeties down in case you want to. This is totally up to you. So what you want to do is press the right analog stick, and you want to go down here to the depth of the safeties. Now, what you'd like to do is, it's only 2 that you want to recommend. You want to do close or tight. That is totally up to you. You can definitely bring them down 5 yards if you want to. I like utilizing either close or tight, but mostly close because I think that's the best one. But you can utilize tight. Tight will align the safety 5 yards off the line and also 8 yards off the line. So it's totally up to you on how you want this width to be. So just to give you a synopsis example, this is how tight look when we come on the tight formation with the cover 3 double cloud. So let's come on the cover 3 double cloud and pick a random defense to come out in, which is white cross. So you see here how they set low into the defense between the 5 yards. As you can see here, all these lines are coming up to it. So now when they spread it out, you can definitely utilize this in your own way. So let's say if we want to show blitz. So when you show blitz, the safety drops back a little bit more 5 yards and he comes up. So that's the close situation, I believe. So we can utilize that type of formation if you want. You can definitely utilize that if you want to. So now that we showed you guys what the tight formation look like, we're going to be going to the close. This is 8 yards off the line. So now we're going to switch it up to this situation. So we're going to come back out in the double cloud here, and we're going to come on the offensive play here. So as you see here, they're actually off 5 yards. So I think close is the best one because you get the yards back than that. So to utilize these both defenses, what I like to do here, and depending on the plays that you come out in. So this is the close formation of how they look. So now if you want to show blitz, you can see them both drop back with their 4 safeties out, and they're coming up to the field a little bit more closer. So this is how it would look on the outside. So this is the close depth of the safeties. So what we're going to be utilizing here is identifying which one we want to put it into. So what I like to do here is, what's my best cover defense? My best cover defense that's pretty more gram slam is 3-high. 3-high is going to be my cover defense. So in this defense situation, I will come down and put it into the close situation here. So I will put in a close situation for my 3-high, and my 3-odd for this situation, I will put this into a tight formation, right? So the reason why I say this, because you will have a run defense and you will have a coverage defense. So now 3-high is your coverage defense. 3-high odd is your run defense. Now you see what I'm saying here? So it gives you a little bit more explanation on where you want to go to and understanding what 3-high and 3-high odd is actually for. The reason why I like 3-high as my cover defenses is because it has cover 6 in here, and also the cover 2 Tampa spy, which a lot of the quarterback spy that I play with too as well, and also cover 4 drop, which is really good. Then you got the cover 6 invert, the cover 4 quarters, the edge blitz 2 as well, and then you got the regular Tampa 2 with the inside and the edge 2 blitz defense. Plus you got the saw blitz 3. Then you got the cover 3 cloud. You got a base of a cover defense with a little bit of a blitz in situation, but you got more of a cover situation. So now you in the 3 high odd. So now you got the cover 4 palms, cover 6, 3 blitz, stuff like that. And also you got the double sky, cover 4 quarters. You got a bit of a run defensive, heavy defense side. So now you can actually play run defense a little bit more better with a little bit more coverage underneath. See what I'm saying? So this is where it gets a little bit more good in the 3-3-5. So when you're using these two formations, you want to actually look out how the defense come out in. So the reason why I say you want to see what the defense come out in is that this gives you a little bit more of a idea. So let's say if they're coming out in a normal situation here, or 4 wide receiver out or 3 wide receiver in, or slot difference or wing or stuff like that, or even bunch strong and they're coming out in the 3 set. Just give you an idea of what you can come out into a coverage. So let's say if you want to come out in this situation here and they come out in a, gun bunch HB strong, right? So now we identify where we want to go. So now that I'm in my coverage defense, now I understand where I'm at. So now I'm coming out of my coverage defense and I'm switching down to my tight or my close in this situation. So this is my cover defense. So I definitely come out probably into a close situation, or I can come out in a tight situation, depending on how the defense is coming out in. But if they're coming out in a set like this, I would like to come into a close so they can back off, or a tight situation. So if they're coming into a close, so I come out in close here for the 8 yards off. So I come out in my cover 3 double cloud for my coverage. Then they can come out in a bunch formation if they want to. So now I actually got a base defense here. So now I can actually do my adjusting to where I want to go. So now you see how the defense is set up for the coverage, and you can get a better of a coverage situation in this situation. So now you can actually spread your defense, do all your line adjustments, pass, inside, stuff like that. And the defense does not change. The best user to utilize in this defense is either going to be the middle linebacker here, or you can drop back and use the safety. So now that makes it a little bit more interesting on now you can bring the safety up any way you want to go, because the safety is going to be hiding behind the linebacker. So you can actually do this situation, because a lot of people do not pay attention to this. So you can actually use him, drop back to a switch stick, and actually use the actual safety here. So for example here, so if you're running a play, right, I can switch stick right to the safety and actually go deep and guard him. So it makes the formation a little bit more easier to utilize in case you want to utilize any type of defense going along the way. See what I'm saying? So this gives you a little bit more idea on utilizing coverages and people that's running with quarterbacks too as well. So the reason why I say this is like the best 3 high and 3 high odd defense is that it gives you opportunity to stop the run, and also gives you a little bit more of a synopsis on how to do it. So they do have stunts, but the stunts doesn't work in certain situations. It's better to do those on the field, I would say. So if you're doing it on the field, it gives you an idea where you can actually do these stunts from. So the reason why I say 3 down lineman is a little bit more iffy, because when you do stunts, you really don't have any choices to actually utilize the stunts. So be mindful, because you're only using 3 down linemen. So they can't really do much in this stunt. It only works for a 4 down lineman situation, in case you got good DBs that can actually get back there. So you want to take that into account as well. So let's jump into the situation of you running. So the reason why I say 3 high odd is a little bit closer to the defense. Then this is where you want to utilize going to down to tight. You want to switch this to tight. So now this gives you a little bit more of a, run defense now. So now let's say if you want to come out in a situation of cover 6 situations here, which I'm utilizing this a little bit better without looking at defenses, is that you want to actually stop the run a little bit more better. I like coming out in a situation with cover 6, cover 2 Tampa drop, or saw blitz 3 in these situations, or even a high blitz 3, and if you want to mix it in too as well. But my base defense that I like coming out in this situation to stop the run is like cover 4 quarters, or even the 3 double sky in this situation, or cover 6, depending on how the defense is actually ran. But I do come out into the double cloud a lot lately, because that's like one of my favorite defenses, because it gives me an idea on how to run it. So let's say if we come out in the cover 3, right, and they come out in a inside zone situation, right? So now they're running the ball. So now I actually have a run fit situation here. See what I'm saying? So you can actually bluff it. See what I'm saying? Has different bluff plays that you can actually run. But what I do like about the situation is that it gives us an idea on where, players are actually going. So now we get the idea of understanding how the defense is actually ran. So now we can actually user hit the gap here, and any other way. And sometimes if you're not good at using it, you can actually switch in between the line here. You can choose where you want to go. So if they were in the inside zone here, you can actually hit the gap and he'll hit the gap for you and he'll be able to stop the run. Way more easier, right? So the reason why I like that into a close setting, it actually gives you an opportunity to stop the run and play the coverage at the same time. So now you actually got a quarter situation like I used to play back in the day. You actually got a way to stop the run and get these people in the backfield as well. So 3 high is very versatile, and 3 high odd is how you actually want to run it. Because the only downfall to this is actually kills within draws. So if people running HB draws or stuff like that, kind of kills because you only got 3 down linemen. But the overall defense works because it actually stopped the run in this situation. And you could drop that in coverage and they can hit the gaps and you can actually switch to them for switch assist. So when you're running 3 high and 3 high odd, it works on the coverage that the defense is coming out in. Let's say if we want to actually come out and trips tight end, right? And they run a shadow play. So now we can switch back to the high, go back down, and we can actually open up this to a close situation, right? So now we can actually pick our defense depending on how the play is actually ran. So let's say if we seeing him throw that type of deep play, I like to come out in double buzz, right? So this is double buzz when you show the play art here. So now we can actually do inside or uptown drop here. So now I like to start at the D line. So when I switch, I can switch to the safety and go to whatever person that wants to cover that defense. And we actually get the pressure too as well. So when you're running this coverage here, it pretty much blankets the field very well. You actually got the low players here. You actually got players that you can play low for the flats. You actually got people that in the middle. You can use the free safety if you're good at using the free safety to take those posts away as well. And you also got switch sticking motion that you can get to as well. So anybody that you really want to cover, everybody's going to be in their place. It just depends on where they're going. But I don't think the only spot is here where they usually hit in these situations, but that's what comes with adjusting. So let's say if we want to add that adjustment too as well. So what I like to do in these situations too, that a lot of people don't know, is that when I do come out in this situation with the coverage situation of close. So what I like to do is put my flats either at 0 or 5. So I like to put my curl flats at like 15. I like to put my hooks at 5 or 10, depending on the situation of the defense. My standard is pretty much this most of the time. So the reason why I come out in that, and I come out into the buzz, the 3 double buzz, and I come out and gun here, and they run the trips here. So in this situation here, we're going to do up top inside. So you see here, and when I need somebody to drop down, bam, they drop automatically down to this for a hard flat. So when I come out in this defense, you see how far they can drop down in coverage, and we can just utilize what defense is available there. So the only thing you really have to worry about is people coming inside, but you have to generate pressure out of that coverage. So this is a great blankets coverage because you see you cutting off the drag or anybody coming underneath too as well. And you also giving him an opportunity to user any type of player across the middle of the field. So if they come across the middle of the field, you can take away this play too as well. Then also you can use their safety and take away the post as well. Then you can actually drop him down and you can have him in an adjustment too as well for any type of deep pattern that you want to do. So they just give you an opportunity on where you want to run in these coverages for 3 high and 3 high odd. Just give you ideas and stuff like that. But if you want any type of blitzers or anything else you want me to break down, leave it in the comments below. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the 3 high and 3 high odd coverage breakdown that I gave you guys, and give you guys a little bit more creativity that you want to do on the side with it. So I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.